Why, hello everybody, how are we? My name is Unicorn Pandu, welcome back to another video. Chantal went live again, it's been a minute since we've seen her, and it's called I Miss You Guys. Well, whether or not that feeling is reciprocated, to be determined. It probably isn't, so I'll be honest. But let's see what Chantal has to say today, shall we? Skip forward a bit to get some of the pleasantries out of the way.
Fernanda! You have one of those fans too? It's a necessity, Meg. So I have some fruit because honestly, one thing I miss is affordable variety of food, okay? Hi!
Okay, so just tell us that you have money problems, Chantal. Just say money's been tight, so... No, just... Wow. A foreign girl. Okay.
Alright, now listen to this. If you want to get, like, things to buy a sandwich, this is what I'm craving. Fresh sourdough bread with hummus, Havarti cheese, black olives, lettuce, and tomato, alright? Oh my gosh, if you want to buy just those items to make a sandwich, you're probably looking at $70. Like, it's like, especially cheese here is so expensive. Hi, Ava. Hi, everybody. I missed Kim. Rashu. Hi, Polo.
Chantal, first world problems. There are people starving out there, and yet you're going to sit here and complain about the fact that you can't make your specialty sandwich because it's too expensive. Girl, shut up. You sound so entitled. Jesus, I'm already starting to get upset. Jesus. Just, I can't make my specialty sandwich, guys. Chantal, there's people dying out here because they can't afford food. I think you'll live.
So yeah, now all of those things I could get at Farm Boy for like $30 or less.
Then go back to Canada. Oh God, just the entitlement. I can't.
So I mean, you know, in Kuwait too, at the Jamia, you can get all kinds of cheese for cheap. So I miss the food. Like here, fruits, fresh fruit, cheap, very cheap. Like you'll see what we got. Not everyone feels like walking to get their street food every night, you know? Like our place is kind of out of the way. There's vendors, but they're not halal. It's all full of meat that's not halal. And some of the ingredients I don't know, and if I don't know, I'm not going to eat it just in case it's not halal. Farm Boy, I know. I should open a Farm Boy in Kuwait. Come on down, Farm Boy. So I mean, I just want a cheese and hummus sandwich, man. So anyway, falafel here. You want a falafel sandwich? You're gonna pay.
Because Chantal, for some reason, I know that someone that's in Yeehaw, Florida, knows about this law that's in Kuwait that limits the price of a falafel to like 150 fils, or I don't remember the specifics, but Chantal, I know that law because I did like a tiny bit of research about Kuwait. Just bare minimum saw a video on TikTok and was like, oh wow, that's a very interesting law. The fact that I know that and you don't just speaks volumes, really.
$8 for one sandwich when you can get one falafel sandwich in Kuwait is 100 fils. So it's like what, 50 cents? But I did a video, I explained, like I'm not complaining about being here. It's just that's one of the things.
No, you're miserable here. The only thing that you've done since coming here after like the 2-week honeymoon phase where you're like, oh my gosh, we're traveling, guys, you've been complaining the entire time. That's the only thing that you've been doing. I'm sick of it. Just go home. You said yourself, Chantal, well, we can go back anytime that we want to, then do it. Because I'm sick of this.
We're not going to change our flight to go home earlier because it costs money, so I explained that. But that's why I'm complaining, because like, you know, certain things, like street food, some of it's cheap, like pad thai and stuff. Sometimes you don't want to eat that. Sometimes you just want a sandwich. So that's my sandwich rant. I'm not back in Kuwait right now, Kim, no. Everything is expensive these days. I'm just surprised. I expected a lot of things to be cheaper, but... So I have a bag of fruit. This is just one bag of fruit. I'm gonna eat some fruit, guys. I'm sorry, but thought I would do a little fruit mukbang with you guys. This is cantaloupe. I like how they give you those sticks and cut it up for you, though. Yeah. Lisa, you live in the hot and humid all year round?
Yeah, she's mad.
And cut it up for you, though. Lisa, you live...
She's mad. Stay mad. And also, her man is in the chat, but I haven't heard him. So, Chantal, oh, where's your man?
Live in the hot and humid all year round? You can't have a nice sandwich? I could order sub. I can, but it's expensive. I refuse to spend that much.
Then don't. Chantal, people are dying and having accidents and, you know, forced to be homeless because they can't pay their bills, and yet you're going to sit there and complain that you cannot order a custom-made sandwich as you sit in your AC hotel. Really?
What is this? Is this a honeydew? Look at the color. So I'm craving literally, I'm just gonna like pig out for lack of a better term. Hi Tracy! Thanks, Cheeky. Thriller Kid. I'm just gonna eat
Also, don't lump yourselves in with pigs. Pigs are adorable.
fruits and vegetables. We have dragon fruit, bananas, whatever these things are. Lettuce, leafy lettuce, tomato, pineapple. I'm tired of just 7-Eleven noodles and wieners. I need some vitamins in my life. What is this? $1,000 a month at Walmart.
So you're telling me that you bought it, but like you don't know what it is? Or did like Slaw maybe? Oh, okay. I don't know what I'm thinking. Slaw probably got it for her and then brought it back and left. Maybe I haven't heard him yet, so it could be wrong about that.
No, it's not honeydew. It tastes like a cross between honeydew and avocado. It tastes like an avocado. Does anyone know what this is? Yum, Celeste. That's true. It's a trade-off. Here, fruit and veg, like local fruit and veg. If you buy cherries, oh no, you're paying an arm and a leg. But fruit like this, Thai fruit, yeah, it's cheap. Like a kilo is like 50 baht. That's like, what, a fraction of a dollar? Like if you want something healthy, if you want fruit, I'll go get it for you.
Chantal, my question is, where did he go after he gave you the fruit to stuff yourself with? That's my question.
And he's messaging me. He's like, I feel dizzy. So he's like, just to get us fruits and veggies. I know. Remember that one time that like cauliflower was $7.99? Better make me live forever at that price. All right, let's try some other things. You know what I want? A huge banana. Yes. Actually, most of the bananas are really small that we've seen. Awkward 20-something, you're listening to me at work? Nice. I love when you guys avoid your responsibilities for me. Yeah, I used to spend,
Yeah, because what happens when you do, you become a lolcow, traveling to Thailand, complaining that everything's too expensive with a man that only wants to get to your home country. Yeah, guys, just look what happens.
Work?
If you ask me what's your favorite food in Thailand, I would say 100% the fruits.
Yeah.
Okay, he's there. Great. I was hoping that he left. This video can't get any more insufferable.
When I would work, I would go in my office. I'm a bad employee. Anyway, I would go in my office
And also on top of that, you're a bad YouTuber. Let's all be honest here.
go on like YouTube for like half the day because I could get all my work done in like an hour or two. So I was overpaid. No, we haven't, Richby. We're just vacationing for a while, You know what? Traveling is expensive. So if you're going to go, and the cheapest thing about Thailand, I'd say, is the accommodations. So it's worth it to stay a while.
But she has to make everything as hard as possible for some reason. Not her husband, though.
Agree weather. Hi, Shannon Gerard. Yes, we're having a fun time. We're together. I mean, if I was like, when I went to Canada, it was hard for me staying like that as long as I did. And I even ended up changing my flight because I wasn't with Salah, so. Yeah. Kim, we had to wash our clothes, a few times. People at the hotel do it, and they bring you back your laundry. I've never had laundry like this in my life. It puts me to shame. I feel terrible. It's like crisp. It doesn't really smell like much, but it's crisp. It's folded. It's on hangers. It's in this plastic shroud comes over it. Are you kidding? And not me sweating, not washing my clothes for a month and a half.
Ma'am, you also went like 2 weeks or so without brushing your teeth. I wouldn't put it past you, to be honest. Remember, like, around Cuba time last year? I do.
I wish we had Nutella. Too expensive.
Again, Chantal, there are people dying out in the world. There are people that are having to live on the streets. There are people that are having to pay for people like you and the Canadian government to where they don't pay their taxes and they are a strain on the system. Shut up.
Babe. I don't know what this is called. Salah asked the vendor, but we didn't understand what they said. So, curious. The fast food places here, yeah, they have different items. Everything has rice as a side dish, like sticky rice. Ready to go back to Kuwait? Yeah, pretty much. Actually, not really curious because we still have a lot to do. So I'm glad we booked a long trip because, and you know what? In the back, hi, Ageless Beauty. In the back of my mind, I'm good. How are you? I was thinking, knowing me, I'm going to need a couple days in between every attraction, like to recoup. So when we first got here, it was like bang, 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 and now I've hit a wall. So I'm glad I had that like extra week or two to just like, decompress a bit and hide away with my anxiety. Wouldn't be mad if all
Your mental health is not our problem. And also, Chantal, you probably should have stretched out your videos a bit better. Like, you were doing like 2 videos a day or something. Why not like stretch them out? You know, film for a week and then release them within 2 weeks' time. Again, that would be way too much planning on Chantal's part. I don't know who I'm fooling, but that would have helped with the burnout at least.
Julia is doing very well. So is Howie. So as soon as we see them again, we will put them on camera and let you guys say hey. Vacate to Malaysia. I know it's like predominantly Muslim there. Can you address the rumors you're having issues getting your visa to return? No, I can't address that because it's imaginary. But okay, I have a question about that. Curious. Why do people care? You know,
Because Chantal, you're miserable. You're wanting to go home. You keep complaining about money. You keep complaining about how everything is so much cheaper back home, guys. So people are going to talk. If you're not going to talk, people are going to start thinking, Chantal. And when people start thinking, people start getting maybe just a little bit too close to the truth than you would like to admit. And you don't like people to think, Chantal. So that's why. If you don't want people to speculate, talk about it. You don't get to dictate what we do with our minds, Chantal. Come on.
I see people like, I'm sure, I haven't seen it, but I'm sure it happens. I don't even have to look. People have 5 million hour live streams about my visa status, like it's anyone's business. Why is it such a big point of contention? You know, travelers have to deal with immigration, you know, like.
And also, if it wasn't such a big factor, why is she getting so upset about it? If it was such a non-issue, she'd be like, oh, you know, we can just return anytime. Anyways, whenever Chantal is lying or like hiding stuff, she has a tendency to like kind of ramble on a little bit too much. So keep telling on yourself, Chantal. It's glorious.
Why is that a big deal? Why is that a conspiracy? I had someone send me an email like, we know you're just border hopping, you dumb cunt. Like, what the heck? Why are you so angry? Like, who cares?
Yeah, but why are you so angry about the price of sandwich ingredients? I feel like that's a bit more important. To be fair, just choices were made. Not very good ones.
How does this affect your life? Okay, this is my new favorite fruit here. It looks like garlic. Tastes like a lychee. It's just interesting. Oh, you mean like people are interested to know, but no, these people, some of them are very vehement. If you're interested, I get that. That's different. But
yeah, people are interested. So why, again, how is that a problem?
To those people, I just say I'm keeping that part of my life private, you know, and.
So again, if there's no issue with it, we have every right to speculate about it. It's just fair. If you're not going to tell us, we can use our brains. It's such a non-problem, Chantal. It's not that serious. I promise you, it's not that big of an issue.
That's all. No, nothing personal. Okay, let's try something else right now. Oh, we got 2 kilos.
And instant deflection. Trying more fruit just to like soothe ourselves with.
Yeah, babe. I mean, what the hell? Okay, this is a dragon fruit. This is probably the most interesting looking fruit I've ever seen. The color is beautiful, but I've had this before. No, I think you're right, Celeste. I think people expect me, like, I don't know, because I'm overweight or what I went through a couple years ago.
Oh my god, Chantal, you didn't go through anything. You willingly went back to a man that didn't want you and only wanted you for money. And no, it's not because you're fat. Otherwise, we would go after Candy, and we don't. We love Candy. I feel like the majority, I can only speak for myself here, my observations, but everyone seems to really like Candy. Some people might not be a fan, but they don't hate her to the point to where people have to make videos about her. I mean, I watched her, and I enjoyed the content. It's not because you're fat, it's because you're disgusting, and I'm not talking about hygiene here.
And I'm forever going to be miserable? No, I don't know why people would wish that on anyone anyway. That's weird. The pineapple is too good here. Is it native to this place? You have a beautiful face, mashallah. Even if you're overweight, you'll get a nice husband. Thank you. You know, I want to say, there's more to a person than just their weight, you know?
Girl, no one, not one single person is talking about your weight in this situation. Everybody's been talking about your Canadian status to your husband. Ma'am, nobody's talking about your weight. People are talking about the fact that you're Canadian. That's been the topic here for a while. He has family in Canada. He just happens to meet somebody online from Canada. If you're that delulu, that's fine, but like at least be honest with yourself to some sort of degree.
Okay. I have some things to complain about.
Wonderful, because this entire video so far has been sunshine and rainbows.
I'm from TikTok. Why is NPC a trend? Why?
Because people like it, Chantal, and the fact that you can't do it. It's really funny. It's just like reaction videos. You can't do those either.
I hate scroll. Get off my For You page. I don't even watch them. Hi, Gabrielle. I'm just basically keeping my immigration status, personal. I'm scrolling and everyone.
And also, again, the fact that she keeps bringing it up says a lot more than what she even realizes.
Every other post on my For You page is somebody doing something that makes me want to scream. Like, everyone's like, thanks for the rose. Ooh, ice cream.
Do you know what it all comes down to with this one? Money. People are sending those people money, and she cannot stand the fact that people are willingly sending other people money. It might not be a lot of money, to be fair. I don't think TikTok pays out that well, but money.
I hate it. Yeah, I even seen like people who were 80 doing it. Stop.
So imagine that you're that unoriginal and that untalented to where an 80-year-old, in her words, because it probably just means someone that's like a few years older than her, that they can do it and you can't, probably, allegedly, unless if she can, and that's fine, but I don't see her doing. I probably couldn't do it, to be fair. I don't think I could do it. My attention span's like of a goldfish. I swear. It's just, I get sidetracked, and it's a whole mess with me.
I don't even really know what you're supposed to do. Like, what are you supposed to do? Just like sit here like an NPC character? Like, I don't know. People put a lot of work and effort into it, but it's just like a weird trend. I don't know. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. I'm just joking. Can I say one thing? You can say what your immigration status is, and it's still not anyone's business what it is. Yeah, I don't really know like what the big deal is, NPC stream. Okay, so you send emojis and I react to them. Mars bees. I'm humorous. So many people be doing it on TikTok, making a lot from it. I know, that's why they do it, obviously. I mean, it's harmless fun. It's a harmless way to make money, I guess.
Yeah, so like, why are you so personally butthurt over it? Just be in that beast. If that's what people want to do to make money, go for it. I don't personally don't care.
Best to keep it private because no matter what you say, people are going to make an issue. Exactly. I mean, the type of like presence I have on social media, I realize, I don't have that luxury of just being so open anymore. Like, just for my own safety and for just privacy is just nice. Like we like having privacy. Like when I turn the camera off, we have a whole things going on in our life. Like,
Okay, like what? Name one thing. You don't have to go into like super big details here. Name one thing that you do off of camera that you do. Even like I'm not even that super like interesting really. I'm just give me a video game or anything really. I can entertain myself. YouTube, TikTok, that's fine. I'm very simple. I'm not claiming to be this all super important person that bops around town, does things, and woo. No, I'm very, very simple and boring in the grand scheme of things, trust me. But she's acting like she is just as popular and she has so many friends and this and that and this and that and the other, and she's just going around town just showing us hater-ass beaches what's up. Girl, calm down, Ashley. You're not that important, I promise.
things we don't talk about on here. And like I said in my video, I like that because like I used to feel like I would wake up, go live, my whole life was YouTube, but now when I turn the camera off, I feel like I have like a personal life. You know what I mean?
Because that's what happens when you make your entire personality on the internet and use your Huckbox as a therapy group for so long. And then whenever you take that away, Chantal, that was your moneymaker. That's how people knew you. That's how people met you. That's how you made your money and your super chats at the time. So whenever you take that away, you're not going to be making as much money. You're going to get a disconnect from your community and your viewers. And especially with this whole entire Muslim rebrand, it's really going to start to affect your numbers and viewers and everything, really. So was it worth it? I hope so.
Maybe I should just give the snail stuff more time.
That, and also I would agree with that because skincare takes more than like a day and a half to like show results. You have to keep at it constantly for a while for it to show up, any sort of results.
Yeah, they twist it. Well, that's the thing, and like it'll be made a big deal out of. It doesn't seem like a big deal and it's no one's business, but people will make it into what it's not.
The only person here that I'm seeing that's making it a big deal is you. This is like the 5th time that you've mentioned it from someone in your chat. If it wasn't that big of a deal, you would just see it. There's 15 other comments that you can address, but you choose the comment about your visas over and over again. Oh, this is so much fun. I love it.
I feel bad that you don't feel safe. Yeah, I'm just being careful, creepy, you know what I mean?
Again, from what and who and where?
It's not just that. I don't want to share certain things with the public. With you guys, yeah, you're awesome. I wouldn't mind. But with the general public or a lot of, people who react to me, I don't want to share that stuff with them. This Saboya was washed. Yeah, there's no mint sauce on it. I wash my clothes every so often. Like, maybe not as often as at home because we don't have a washer dryer, but I still get them done here at the hotel. So much better that you have a life outside of YouTube. It's great you're live. But honestly, what matters? Yeah, Celeste, and I've heard people say, like, kind of criticize my live streams, like, why even go live if you have nothing to talk about? Like, when did I ever have anything to talk about? Like, Lockmas, that's an interesting subject to you?
I mean, it's better than whatever the hell this has been here recently. Just nothing. Even Lockmas, that was something to talk about. And sometimes you would go out to get food and paneer and go to places like go to Spirit Halloween. It just, you went places and did things and had things to talk about. Just, you had stuff to talk about. As mundane as it was something. This is just like, yeah, guys, what's up? I don't know my visa stat. I'm not sharing it. Oh my god, wow, you got, 3 4-wick candles? Wow. Yeah. Do you see the difference? It's if you didn't delete / private everything, Chantal, you would see the difference in quality. It's been bad to the point where I had to make a video or channel even. It was that bad. I can't do this anymore. I have to voice my my opinion about this. Twitter's not cutting it anymore.
I mean, for me, my whole purpose of coming live is to interact with you guys. That's what I like give back to you guys. Like, I like to come and interact.
Give back to.
You give that to me too. Like, you come to my live stream, we socialize, we talk. So that's why it's kind of more like a Q&A thing, because I'm answering you guys, I'm talking directly to you guys. I'm not a live streamer who ignores my streamers, or my chat. I'm very involved in the chat. I look at almost every comment, some I miss, and I respond to you. I don't know too many live streamers that do that. There are some, but that's what I like to do. I'm not a live streamer who like ignores my chat and then just like talks about subjects, I don't know, like nothing pre-made. But I was thinking of that, like maybe I have seen that as criticism too. I think that would be a really good idea. Maybe putting a lot of effort into like a once a week, like long live stream type of podcast in our like gaming room. Maybe I could look for guests to come on. Maybe I could do something like that,
Yeah, that would be content that we would want to see. Some sort of effort put in finally. Just the bare minimum at this point. Just bare baseline minimum that you could do. People would probably like it, but these very half-assed, like super bare bone, no topics whatsoever, just, minus like you informing us like, hey, we went here XYZ, but then, it's an hour later and you're still going on and you have absolutely nothing to talk about. That's where the issue persists. Yeah, if it was just a simple, like, half an hour live stream, hey, we're doing this, how are you guys doing? Okay, I'm getting off. But, like, these 1.5 hour, 2 hour live streams of the same exact content over and over and over. Yeah, no, it's not it. I'm sorry, girl.
So let's just, out there beezing.
Oh, he's out there beezing, is he? Oh, he was there earlier. Where'd he go? Chantal, where's your man? Unless if he maybe went out to the balcony. That might be a possibility, but for the time being, where's your man?
Okay, so the woman at the thing, I didn't see her do that. And it doesn't make sense, because if you look in my edited video of the market, I kept the woman in staring at me, so I don't know. But, okay.
Now, I will say I did also have issues with the audio with that said live stream. I had to like go in and like remove any sort of background. It was a whole entire process, but I will, agree to some extent that I also did to have issues with audio being copyrighted, and it wasn't demonetized, but it was limited, but which pretty much might as well be demonetized because you're getting a fraction of the amount of money that you would have if you would have kept it up. But I did want to say that at least.
What did I eat today? What I had for my mukbang. You will see. At least we're eating healthy. Yeah, I love food. I love all kind of food. Like underneath my eating disorder. And
Okay, here we go. We have BED again. We didn't, but now we do. But now we don't again, and now again we do. Alrighty then. Here we go. Again.
addiction to bad food, I love healthy food as well. Like
I just wanted to take a moment just to reflect on what she just said, and just choices were made when making that statement. I will let you guys come up with a solution of my thoughts on that. I thought I would at least pause here. And I'm gonna press play.
I love food. Can't wait. Chantal's a TikTok. And I've always, I've always wanted to travel to Kingston Penn, actually, so I wish I could have collabed with you guys. I have a TikTok. You guys don't know that? That's why I have no viewers. I don't even know what it is. Baby.
No, because honest to God, like, you're one of like the worst people when it comes to like brand integrity, for lack of better words, because you're not consistent on things. You're just kind of everywhere, and you delete things, and you make things, and you delete things, and you move things, and you change the handles, and you don't let anybody know. You don't link things properly. It's just a mess, an absolute mess.
Yeah, what I eat in a day as a fat girl. I should do more videos of that. But people just say, oh, when the camera's off, she eats. Some of what I eat in a day are BS. You have to, okay, look at it this way. And this is not being rude because I'm a heavy woman. If you're like overweight, like, obese, and you're going to do what I eat in a day, that's a general statement of like on average, and you're going to say, if you're going to show that you're eating like a salad, porridge for breakfast with chia seeds or something like this, a huge tuna salad for lunch, and then like a quinoa stew for dinner, and that's it. No Pringles, nothing after. You're full of crap. You're not gonna be fat eating that. You should change the title and say what I eat on a good day, not in general. Because let's be real. Yeah, I have a TikTok.
Oh, little Miss YouTube is gonna be criticizing on how people, title and make their videos now. Okay, Ashley, calm down. Just because that you didn't have chia seeds in your porridge, just calm down. It's fine.
Anything pickled. Ugh, that's another thing I can't get. I actually legit messaged my mom. She's like, hi, cutie, how are you? She checks in. And I had a meltdown over this with Salah. And I'm like, I'm fine. I'm just a little crabby because there's no cheese. Pickles are all easily accessible around here.
Again, there are people dying, Chantal. You will live.
I took that for granted. Getting in the Kia, driving to Farm Boy, and getting the olive bar. I took that for granted. I took your olives.
No, I'm just gonna skip forward. I don't care at this point. I'm so sick and tired of her being so ungrateful about everything that's in her life as she sits there in her air-conditioned hotel room where people clean their clothes. It's gonna be complaining, there's no olives here. Guys, there's no olives. Shut up.
Cottage cheese and chicken sausage. Isn't that woman a Scientologist? I knew it. I knew there was something going on with somebody who mixes mustard and cottage cheese like that. Sorry. And eats hearts of palm. Scientologist.
She's not making me super happy in this live stream, so I'm just gonna press forward again and pray to God that it gets better, because it's not so far.
And Julie, I'll give her butchers and her new fishy fish. What kind of fish is this? A sea bass? Do you think the lady from the market maybe recognize you from YouTube? I don't know. It'd be really weird. I wouldn't imagine that, she would be in my viewer demographic, but maybe. Maybe.
Girl, no. Otherwise, she would have been like, oh my gosh, I know you from YouTube. Can I get like a picture or something? She wouldn't be like staring at you from behind, like filming you. No. No.
I don't know. She was really nice. I mean, hey, if there was no drama, if they would have said, we're uncomfortable with you filming, ma'am, I would have said, okay, turn off the camera. I totally respect that. Whatever. By the way, I want to put out a general disclaimer for those of you who are so excited every time you think I rage. Raging and responding in a non-friendly manner to the BS that you put out, that's absolutely ridiculous, it's not raging, okay?
Chantal, us speculating about stuff that you choose not to share with us isn't lying about you. So get off your high horse, Ashley.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So these are amazing. I don't know what they are. Put them away.
Also, I just realized on her hand, I'm not sure if that's like a stain or that's a bruise. If that's a bruise, girl, especially like your weight with your health problems, I would have that looked at. Then again, it also could just be she hit her finger.
Foodie, are you worried at all about the new YouTube rules? No. Because they mean, like, I watched the update today. They mean, like, they're not going to monetize people binge eating, okay? Okay. A binge has to be associated with an eating disorder. So the thing with that is people, regardless if you have a binge eating disorder or not, you have to eat. So how can YouTube discriminate against, like, what's their guideline?
God, why are people just so willing and wanting to be discriminated against so that way they can complain about it? Example A, Chantal. Just, they're really gonna discriminate? Girl, you shouldn't want to be discriminated against. I feel like that's just kind of like common knowledge that people don't like to be discriminated against, unless if it's people like Chantal, then they can use that. And it's like, oh, woe is me, they're discriminating against me about me eating on camera. You just said, ma'am, that you have a eating disorder earlier in this video. Now you're gonna be complaining about that. Okay. I feel like that's kind of up to YouTube whether or not something is categorized as like a binge. It's not really up to you or me. It's kind of up to the higher ups people. I don't even know, but it's kind of up to them. It's not, and their rules. It's not up to me or you.
For what's a binge. You know, I think they mean if someone comes on and is like counting calories, if someone's coming on and like...
Would that be though? Because that's kind of, I don't know, being responsible with your food intake, but you know, again, I digress.
Restricting calories. If someone's coming...
And also, I mean, in like a watching what you eat, you know, calories in, calories out. I'm not talking about ED wise, but just being on top of what you're putting in your body. I don't feel like that should be demonized, but like then again, I'm not YouTube.
Coming on and being like, okay, this is a binge and eats like 20 chocolate bars in a row. You know, if somebody names it a food challenge though, it's because there's no disordered association with food to it, so it's not the same. I don't know what they're going to do about food challenges, but for me, like you'll see in my video I'm going to upload, I had a meal, you know, even my pizza was like this big. Most of the food I eat.
Is it going to be another, like, you know, complete wine fest about, oh my gosh, guys, the pizza's so small. Oh, God.
It's not even that big, and it's not a binge. All of binging is done in secret, like, away from everybody, because it's about, binge eating is a mental health disease. It's not just overeating. That's the difference, and that's what they have to differentiate between those videos. But by the way, I wanted to say that about, I saw a TikTok, like this disturbs me. Yeah.
No, it's not the fact that you're morbidly obese or anything. No, a TikTok is what's going to be concerning you. Okay, I love how we have all of our ducks in a row with this one guy. It's just great.
I have an eating disorder, Danny Howlett, but I still have a right to eat, right? So how is YouTube going to watch me doing a mukbang of a totally normal portion, or maybe a larger than normal portion, and say that's a binge?
Because that's their prerogative. That's not up to me or you, Chantal. That's up to the big man. That's up to the people that pay us our AdSense money at the end of the month, or I guess midway through. Anyways.
So because I have binge eating disorder, I'm not allowed to eat on camera at all. Same thing.
Like technically, I don't think that you would be, because if you have binge eating disorder and you're eating on camera, I don't know, but like don't have a feeling like that's really allowed. I guess we'll see.
With Eugenia Cooney, okay, she's like at the other end of the spectrum of eating disorder. She's anorexic. I saw the most disturbing. I hate seeing these on TikTok of a person who had an account on TikTok coming for Eugenia, like wanting to deplatform her. Really disgusting about it, like saying, don't worry, her problem, like she should be off of YouTube, you know, she should be off of TikTok, she should be deplatformed. She's glorifying, her reasoning was she's glorifying her eating addiction, her eating disorder. One, no, she doesn't. Because she literally, people have had to pull teeth, literally, to get her to acknowledge a little bit that she has an eating disorder. Yeah, Naomi. Like, there's people who eat way more than I do. I eat my meal. That's it.
Every single person, Chantal, is different, and every single metabolism processes food differently. Every single metabolism and body is different. It's not like a one size fit all. Minus the fact, overeating. It's kind of like, okay, yeah, it's kind of a bit too much food for any single, human. But you know what I mean? It's just not everyone's the same in that aspect.
I still have to eat. Danny, how are you to determine what my personal binge is? Just because you say it's a binge doesn't mean it's a binge. So the same logic. Actually, I know myself a lot more. I live with my
I would have to disagree, Chantal. Everybody else but yourself knows you better than you do. It's like that saying, your friends know you more than you know you, or something along those lines. But yeah, it's not, no. Also, use that energy, Chantal, that you're complaining about that. Use that for the YouTube customer support system, please. I have a feeling that you're more than likely going to have some issues in the future.
eating disorder. You don't. Actually saying that I'm eating like a personal sized pizza is a binge. No, binging is not just how
And also, that was a medium. I saw that on Twitter where it's a medium. It wasn't a personal size.
much you eat. That's not only what a binge is when it comes to binge eating disorder. And a binge is a lot more food than what I eat. A lot more. It's about how you feel about what you're doing. You're on autopilot. You feel bad. You feel all of these emotions. Like there's all this psychological part to it. It's just more than overeating. Everyone.
Your mental health is not our fault or YouTube's fault or problem. That's on you. You choosing to upload and you choosing to film and you choosing to monetize that. And whenever you're using YouTube's platform, that's a YouTube issue. So you take it up with YouTube. Don't take it out on us for some reason. Okay.
Everyone has different size meals. Maybe I didn't eat at all that day and I'm eating a lot now and I won't eat later. How can YouTube determine that? If you come on though and say, okay, I'm going to show you guys a binge, then they won't monetize that. Sure. I don't have a full table of food yet. So, okay, what is deplatforming going to do for Eugenia? Is that going to get her to stop? Is that going to get her to stop? Are you going to cure her eating disorder by deplatforming her? No, that's discrimination against people with eating disorders. People with eating disorders.
Oh, God. Chantal, sometimes it's just better to not say anything. Sometimes just silence is sometimes golden. You really need to learn that. Just, if you're not Eugenia, let Eugenia worry about Eugenia problems. You worry about Chantal problems, because obviously something's not quite right.
Have a right to a platform, and she's not.
No. Your ex would definitely determine that they definitely do not deserve a platform. Not everybody.
She doesn't encourage it like she does, clothing hauls, but I mean, she's not saying, look at me, you should not eat. She's not promoting anything. She actually keeps her eating disorder, Eugenia does, very, very, very private. Why would someone admit that they're binging? To create awareness about the disorder in general. So what people want to do instead of helping people to create awareness on it, they want to ostracize those people. They want to put those people away. Like Eugenia's, she's influencing young people. Well, you know what? That's the parents' responsibility to not let their kids watch anything. Or instead of that, why not just teach them about it and why it's dangerous, blah blah blah. Why not just have that conversation with your kids instead of putting the onus on?
Okay, it's. Of course, you had to bring people's kids into it, but it's kind of like a two-way street. Like, people should definitely be watching what their kids do online. That's fair. But like at the same time, though, the fact that that's even an option for it to be shown to begin with is kind of where people are going. Chantal, it's just, she's so dense, I swear.
Influencer who, by the way, doesn't owe you anything. We don't owe you anything.
I hate whenever she gets this, like, oh my gosh, guys, I'm an influencer. Us influencers. Girlie, the only thing that you have ever influenced anyone to do is to either get their eating under control or their overeating under control. That's it, I promise you.
To raise your kids. We're not influencing your kids. We don't owe you anything. We have a right to a presence with an eating disorder on a platform. That's how it goes. Sorry.
That's how it goes. And you don't get to decide that, Chantal. YouTube does. Like, what part of that do you not understand? It's their platform. It's their rules. Sorry.
I'm not glorying anything. I don't come on here and say, okay, look at all this food I'm going to binge on. No, I eat a meal. I enjoy food. I have an eating disorder, an addiction to food. But at the same time, I have to eat. I'm a human being.
Okay, well then why can't you make other content other than you eating? Problem solved. You won't though, because you've made your weight and your eating disorder, big quotation marks, her words, and her eating her entire personality and platform. And whenever you take that away, she has nothing.
Avoid it. That's why it's so hard. You can't avoid it like you can avoid beer, cocaine. You can avoid those things. You can't avoid food.
But you can avoid filming it for the internet. Again, like, what are you not understanding about that concept? Just don't film it, film something else. Okay, great, love that for us, we can move on. But no, we're gonna have to sit here and harp about it because Chantal's mad. And I love that for her the most.
And you have to eat. And if you make it a secret to eat and you start putting all these food rules on yourself, you start adding guilt to the mix, then you perpetuate.
Chantal, that's called, like, you know, controlling your urges not to overeat because you know it's bad for you and you shouldn't be doing it. That's what that is. That's all it is.
Start adding guilt to the mix, then you perpetuate your eating disorder. You have all these negative emotions associated with food, which is what I'm trying to avoid, you know?
And therapy.
So whenever you come in someone's with an eating disorder's life, whatever, it's the internet, I don't expect any less. But when you leave comments to people like saying, why, like, you're really going to eat all that, especially if it's not even that much, you're messing with them psychologically, or you're trying to. I've learned to, like, just put a barrier up on comments like that.
Put a barrier up with more food. You use the food to cope, Chantal, which is furthering, you know, making the situation worse because you're coping with food, the thing that people are trying to criticize you about. That's how that works. I'm not sure if you haven't noticed it, but to everybody else, it's pretty much apparent, like, how this works. And of course, it's not Chantal's fault for monetizing her BED allegedly. Oh, no, it's everyone else's fault for having an opinion about it. Poor me. How dare you say mean things about me and me and my food? Get better content, then maybe you won't have to rely on mukbangs for your, you know, paycheck. Come on.
They're just demonetizing, like, videos about that, you know? So I don't know what, if they consider mukbangs binge eating. Maybe certain types. Like, maybe, I don't know who they go after, like, for instance. Because there are people who do mukbangs who don't have eating disorders. You know, there's a lot of them who just eat large quantities of food, like it's a profession for them. They're eaters, you know.
Chantal, you're not their therapist. How do you know? You don't know. I'm just gonna skip for it. It's just the same exact thing, you know, 20 times over, and there's no getting through to her at this point. I'm just gonna skip for it because I've heard it off.
I think it can be because you know, for many with binge eating disorder, well, one big part of it is the binge and restrict cycle. So, you know, that cycle that everyone comments on, it's another cycle. Yeah, you know, it is true because but that's the thing. If you're restricting for a reason that involves negative feelings towards food, if you're doing it because you don't want to eat because you're ashamed of eating and you're trying to make up for excessive calories that you eat, then that's an eating disorder. But if you're just starving yourself.
And I would highly suggest anybody that actually does have problems or think they might have problems to go seek a medical professional's like insight and, you know, diagnosis, and not Chantal. Please just go to a doctor. That's all I'm asking.
Because you want to fast for.
And take what she says maybe with a grain of salt, because, you know, her intuition really just led her down the path of greatness, obviously.
Medical reasons, or for spiritual reasons, or for positive reasons. That's different, you know? So it's that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not that black and white. So I don't know what YouTube means with their new guidelines, but we'll see. Anyway, like I said, I want to cook some delicious meals I know I can make. I want to make so many things for Salah. He hasn't had any Canadian dishes cooked by me. I want to make him creamy mashed potatoes and, like, Salisbury steak and chicken parmesan and chicken Alfredo and poutine. What are your plans if YouTube? Well, Danny, I mean, the worst comes to worst, they would demonetize my old videos. Some of them, you know, I would fight that. A lot of them are not related to binge eating disorder. It's just eating and mukbang, you know. Mukbang is not synonymous with eating disorder. So, but going forward, I want to do cooking, like I said, and I want to do some other content.
Which is great, but then whenever you eat the food afterwards, Chantal, that's where things can get in that gray area. Now, I'm here for a good cooking video, and, like, you not cutting it out midway through and being like, I forgot to film, guys. Here's the food. Put some effort in, come on.
maybe some podcast or something, like some kind of show. I don't know. Remember when I had the Chantel show? That will take like a lot of work, and it's a hobby. It keeps my mind busy. It's something I like to do. I think I really want to start looking into other platforms and branching out, because YouTube is very strange with their terms and conditions, like, or their terms and conditions, whatever. Their community guidelines. You know, they don't enforce them when it matters. They let people get away
Oh,
with
100% agree. You shouldn't have a channel. That's simple. You shouldn't have a channel. You should have never gotten your channel back. Ever. Ever gotten your channel back.
like harassment and bullying full force.
Chantal, people commenting and doing reaction videos to your own content that you yourself are willingly posting on the internet for everybody to see is not bullying. Oh, God. She's on one today. Jesus.
Years on their channels. Personal attacks over and over are not supposed to be allowed, and it's allowed. Hi, Anna. But,
And neither is doxing people's information, but that didn't stop you, did it? Again, you should not have a platform.
you know, targeting someone for eating something. I get it if you're glorifying, like if Eugenia was glorifying her eating disorder, she would be coming on and saying, like if she was restricting calories and talking about, she doesn't even talk about her eating disorder at all. So who are we to try to get that information out of her? She doesn't owe anybody anything, in my opinion. Who knows what she's dealing with behind the scenes? I don't know. Maybe not call it mukbang. Yes, Angela, exactly. There's ways around it.
But that's how people find the video, though. If you don't title it that, then you're not going to get clicks for it because it's not named that. That's like me looking up, I don't know, bowling videos and then someone calling it something along the lines of throwing down a ball to hit pins down a lane. It's not going to translate well.
You could just say, they can't demonetize people for eating normal portions of food. Come on. Food is it's a human thing. Or Rumble. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like how the platform works. Like, it's user-friendly for creators, but
it probably doesn't pay, and if it does pay, it doesn't pay very well. You're welcome for that translation.
it sucks that horrible people are finding success on YouTube. You know what? Creepy, exactly. But that's the whole world.
Yeah, exactly. Example A, Chantal. I agree with that statement. Chantal. I'm not saying I'm some sort of absolute saint, guys. I'm just an example here. No. Absolutely, I'm garbage.
I mean, not even just on YouTube. Really horrible people profit every day. Immoral things profit. And that's what makes a lot of sense to me when I was researching Islam. Like, I know in Christianity too, but I fell asleep for most of that when I was a kid learning about it. But now that I'm like interested to learn more, I found that when they say, it makes sense to me when they say that this dunya, this life is temporary, and it doesn't matter. Like, the more you have on this earth has no relevance to how you're going to live.
Exactly. So then why, for the love of God, have you been complaining about not being able to make you some sort of bullshit sandwich? The majority of the beginning of this video, oh my God, it's so expensive to get food. I want my sandwich, it's too expensive. Like, practice what you preach, maybe. People might take you more seriously. Jesus Christ.
Your next life, or it's just, especially if you're earning it immorally. Like, Islam has a lot of rules, like about debts are haram, and I know what you're thinking, but just because I'm in another country, trust me, my problems follow me, and I'm actually mashallah dealing with them, paying them down, and I really want a clean slate and learn from this, and clean up my act that way, because financially, like, as a Muslim, like, you're not supposed to like profit off of interest. You're not supposed to get things with interest. Like, it's a really, and it makes sense because it's not good for you. Like, I don't know, I know people sometimes have to, but I would say what I'm learning is just downgrade your life if you have to. Live within your means is one of the most important things. You don't need a new iPhone if you can't afford it. You don't.
It says the woman, like, not even a year ago, like within this year, bought a brand new iPhone, didn't like it, had to go and buy a brand new Samsung. That makes sense, Chantal. Sure, Chantal. That makes completely 100% sense, Chantal. Sure, Chantal.
Don't need another new car. That's why I'm hanging on to the Kia. If I ever go to Canada, that's why we follow Hinduism, a lot of the same beliefs. Yeah, a lot of them too. In Christianity, a lot of them have similar, because these are rules that are not just like, obey me, I'm God kind of thing. It's like actually like good for us as humans. Does that apply to homes as well, though? I think so, yeah. I think so, but I'm not sure. Any kind of interest in, like, the banks are more at fault, though. Like, they're, super rich, or because they profit off of people. You know what I mean? Like, in an immoral way. I'm not going to buy a farm because, like, did you put me in cat form? Excuse me. Can't loan the money no longer. Well, that's not true. You can always get a loan. I'm telling you, no matter how many bankruptcies, no matter how much you've had, there's always going to be a bank that will loan you money, okay? But I don't want to. Like, we don't have to, and mashallah, I'm so happy for that. You know, banks profit off of people being in debt. It's so sad. Exactly, exactly. Yes, yes. The Kia probably won't work. Yeah, I have somebody taking care of it in Florida. I got some peeps in Canada. I'm not gonna say I don't miss Canada. Obviously, I do. Some parts of it for sure. Definitely my family. I miss them a lot. I would love to be able to like. I don't even like hugging, but I would love to hug them. What Creepy said. Look at Face profiting off of you and your struggles after her mom. Did you hear about her mom? Why is she still? Actually, Lexi. Yeah, I saw that. Like, I was watching Yo Mama and she came on and I was like, oh God, I can't stand her voice. But like, how disgusting that your mother just passed away and you're just like, you go on a stream and like take it out on me. Like, I don't know. Hey, if that makes you feel better, if that makes you feel better, do it, whatever. But like, I don't know. And I'll never forget, like, I'm not angry. I can forgive people, but I'll never forget some of the things that were done to me. And not only that, like, especially around the time when my grandmother passed away and people were accusing me of going there like coked out and in like skimpy clothing. Like, we had
Chantal, me, you, and everybody that's probably watching this video remembers that zebra dress that you wore. We're not speculating. We saw that dress. Now, I wasn't around for that time, to be fair. I was very off and on. I came in around December 2021. It's very off and on, like, okay, well, it's better than Amber, I suppose, but then, you know, I'll keep an eye on it, I guess, and it really revved up, like, summer. So I was not of 2022, so I wasn't here for a lot of the craziness that happened, but I remember seeing that video going around Twitter. I do. That zebra dress. You getting out, and it's up to your hoo-ha, which, to be fair, bees left base if that's what you wanted to do, but like you saying that people are accusing you of wearing, no, girl, you did.
I had to wear PPE. What are you talking about? I mean, I posted a pic. I was there with my mom and my sister. Even my sister couldn't handle the pain of seeing her grandma that way, so she had to go home. My grandmother and my mom and my grandmother and me were the only ones there till the day she took her last breath, and she waited for me. Like, I was driving down. You never know. People decline very quickly, you know? And to say that I chose, you know what, over my grandmother, because the minute, like, I drove down there, I zoomed down, and she waited for me, and she held, and I could see her struggling to breathe. This is kind of like fair warning. I could see her, you know how, like, near the end of life, you take those last gasping breaths, and they become closer, like, further and further apart. And that's, like, trauma I still haven't dealt with, but that's, like, for me personally, too. But, I held her hand and I was like, it was weird because I was thinking things like really looking, I still can see her hand, like because I like etched it in my mind. I'm like, this is the last time I'm going to feel her warm hand. And then I said, it's okay. Like, I think she was waiting because like she kept breathing and it was like, it looked agonizing, you know? And so I was like, it's okay. Like, you can go. And then she like immediately, she like just passed away, you know? Really, teardrop, it's so sad. Like, I don't even want to think about it. Like, sometimes I'm just like, ugh, I don't know. So that like really honestly hurt so bad to hear people, like, I'll admit it, I don't care. Like, it hurt to see people spreading those rumors about me that I didn't love my grandmother, that I was a disgusting grandchild because I was coked out and arrived skimpy and strung out. Never happened. I would never do that. People don't know me.
Girl, you live stream like a good 18 hours per day. I have a feeling that people probably know more about you than you yourself know yourself. But, you know, I'm just a unicorn in a box, just pressing buttons and praying that nothing, blows up. So what do I know? I don't know.
Thanks, Creepy. We were so close. I did so much for her, and not just that, but I was like, we were so close. Like, she was like my second mom, you know? Just rumors, I know. But it still hurts to see when you're grieving, you know, and people are attacking you, and I don't know.
It's sad that your grandma passed. It truly is, but just go to therapy for this. Quit using your hug box for a therapy session, please. Thank you. Yeah, I've been jumping around. It's been really, really dry, and just my will not to throw the laptop out the window is dwindling. So I think with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I've never seen her so irritating, to say the least. Oh god. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Very much appreciated, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.